Your shower is now ready.
Well, we've been here for 15 minutes waiting for this guy to move. What could he do in Pilot that would take 15 minutes? If he went, there's a Wendy's in there, he could have ordered some food there that might take 15 minutes. He could have, if it took him 15 minutes to go to the bathroom, I can understand that maybe.
Oh, he left by now. I see what I did.
I thought so too. I was excited. I thought that was the guy. But he said that I was here when he walked in. Oh, it could be this lady and this guy with dogs and cats and food and... It's that lady. Ladies don't take that long in the bathroom. I've never seen a lady drive a truck like that. Well, it could have been she was having trouble at the fuel island counter, but she had a Wendy's bag, so whatever she ordered, don't you order that. It's probably a fish or something they had to fry. I'm not complaining. I'm just asking. It's 2 o'clock and there's already no parking here, so I'm going to have to go to the Lodi TA, which is about 27 miles from here, and hopefully there will be some parking there. Well, we're doing the final loop-de-loo here on getting to this TA. Boy, when they designed this interchange, it's crazy.
In a half mile, turn right on Lake Road, CR19.
You have a lot of different intersections all coming together, so it's like a loop to get to this truck stop. I'll bet you there'll be parking here.
In 0.2 miles, turn right on Lake Road, CR19, and then approaching destination on the left side in 600 feet.
But just when I decided to come here, my dispatcher calls me and says, go east, we're working on something. But I was already coming south.
Approaching destination in 500 feet on the left side.
Who knows?
You have arrived at your destination on the left side, Lodi number 015.
All right, we're here at the TA in Lodi. Well, it's 4:30 and I don't have a dispatch, so I think I'll call it a night, take a shower, get some dinner, and watch a movie. because I doubt they're going to call me this late, and even if they did, how far would I get? So I just shut down, did all my paperwork and stuff here in Lodi, Pennsylvania. No, Lodi, Ohio. I switched though from the TA over here to Pilot because Pilot has a subway. I'm kind of on a subway kick. The only thing they have over there at TA as far as quick things is Burger King and fried chicken, Chester's chicken or something like that. So definitely don't want those things. I have a friend named Alan, and he hates to come to Ohio, and I don't blame him because it is a pain to come here, but sometimes it's nice. If you can get in and out of your customers fast and find a place to park. See, that's the big issue in Ohio, is finding a place to park. And so he and I joke around about who has to come to Ohio next week, etc. But plus, the toll roads, if you come in on the Ohio toll road, it's quite expensive. So, and we both have to pay for it. He has to pay for his, and I have to pay for mine. So in that regard, I don't like coming here. But today I didn't have to get on the toll road, so I'm pretty happy about that. They said $5. Yes, I was right. Dang, this is the smallest shower I've ever been in. Dark. This is where we were today. And this is where we are right now. I didn't know they had this little room here. Otherwise, I would have come in here to put my shoes on. They have no little bench or a stool or something to sit down and put your shoes on. But I did it, hopping on one leg. It was pretty comical. From what the old-timers tell me, the truck stops, the showers, for instance, were just an open shower like at a high school locker room or something. There were no showers for women. So now everything's private. You have like your own private little shower all to yourself. So we really have nothing to complain about. The same, but you know, I'm no good with conversation. Please, oh, I'm okay, not much different, not the same, but you know, I'm no good with conversation. Please don't talk to me. Well, naturally I get here and they have a fire drill. And the whole plant has to evacuate. They haven't told me to leave yet, though. I'll just burn up in the fire. Oh! This plant where we're at, it used to be a Ford manufacturing plant. It opened in 1958 and closed in 2005. Here's some of the Fords that it manufactured. Starting in 1958, Ford Galaxy. Later on, Ford F-Series, Ford Ranchero, Ford Falcons, Ford Econoline, Ford Cyclone. Then in the 60s, Ford Fairlane, Ford Montego, Ford Torino, and that's a Gran Torino, Ford LTD, and Thunderbirds. Huh. We are at a plant with a lot of history. Now it just makes big wheels and scooters. That's what I'm hauling today, big wheels and scooters. I love the history of things like this. As they load me up, we're loaded here in Lorain, Ohio. Loaded with big wheels and scooters. Yes, this is a first. And I will say this was the hardest plant to get into because there's little fences all around. And there was only one way in and one way out. And I'm going the correct way. Hopefully. Now I would imagine the cars would be loaded onto the ships on those ramps that you see straight ahead. After they would come off the assembly line here. It would be neat to be able to drive over that ramp. And then go right to the ships waiting out there in Lake Erie, because Lake Erie is literally right there. And they would drive right up that ramp and go over to the ships. By golly, I think I turn right here, but I'm not sure. I'm going to go this way. It is very confusing. And then I would imagine for you car haulers, since this plant closed in 2005, I'll bet you some of you old timers loaded on cars and or train cars and car haulers right there. That's Lake Erie. Used to be one of the most polluted of the lakes, but from what I understand, they've really cleaned it up. It's not so polluted anymore. For you rail buffs, also, that train track right there on the left is where the Lakeshore Limited runs from Chicago to New York and Boston. I've been on it several times. I wish it would come by right now, but I think it's, when I've been on it, it's only at night. It's a night train. There might be some day trains too, but I primarily remember it being a sleeping journey. I was always asleep in this part.
You're watching Adventures in Trucking with Indiana Jack. Keep on trucking.
if you're following along on the map, we're going now south on 77, going through Akron, Ohio. I didn't really tell you where we were going either. We're heading down to Florida, where for me all loads end and all loads begin, actually. Heading down to Lakeland.
In 0.2 miles, keep to I-77 south.
We're going to be taking 77 all the way down past Charlotte.
Continue on this road for 45 miles.
And then we'll be going down from there. So enjoy the trip. Well, if you're following along on the map, we're in Ripley, West Virginia. Making good time today. You know, when you're light like this, you don't even notice the mountains or the hills. You just go right up and over them. And I'm not sure where we're going to make it to tonight. So we're just going to kind of take it easy.
In 400 feet, take the entrance to the right on I-77 south.
Just go to Beckley, which is only another 2 hours. Well, we made it to Beckley. Beckley, West Virginia. I'm just relaxing a little bit. You know, I've said this before, we're creatures of habit. We always seem to stop at the same place. And I've seen this view 50 times. But that's, you know, we stop where we feel comfortable, and I feel comfortable here, so. And it's only Wednesday. I don't have to be there till Friday, so I'm kind of taking my time. Beckley isn't a real truck stop. It's a travel plaza for a toll road. Here, most of you know that, but for those of you who don't, this is the West Virginia Turnpike, I think it's called, and it's a travel plaza where you stop for the night or just for lunch or whatever. So that's what this is. But it's quite a truck gathering, a lot of truck parking here. So it's a good place to stop. Well, good morning. We're still here. We're leaving though, right now. I think I have a coolant leak. I can't find it. I added some coolant. So hopefully it's not a serious leak. If it were a serious leak, then I would have to add a lot, but I just had to add a little bit. Looks like there's already a lot of traffic on the freeway. Let's get on the road.
In a half mile, take the entrance to the left on I-64 East, I-77 South.
Fancy Gap, or going down Fancy Gap. Which is it's a hill going up or down. We're going down, of course. It goes from the elevation of like 2,800 feet down to, I think, 800 feet. So it's quite a hill. But they don't have regulations on it like the other hills where you have to go 35, etc. So and once we get to the bottom of the hill, we hit North Carolina from Virginia.
State border ahead.
Making good time today. We didn't hit this cloudiness and fog until just now, so hopefully it'll get sunny later. We're just south of Charlotte at a brand new QT that just opened, and just stopping. I checked the coolant, got a sandwich, and we're gonna keep rolling down 77. If you're following along on the map. We'll see you at the next stop. We're here in St. Matthews, South Carolina, where Jason Rivenberg was shot to death for $7 because he didn't have a place to park. And this is the actual gas station that he pulled into back in 2009. You might want to watch this station. We're doing a story from here, but I thought I'd stop by here right now just to show you folks. Would have got off right here at this freeway and seen the truck over there in the abandoned lot.
In a quarter mile, take the entrance to the left on I-26 East.
Just shot him for $7.
In 600 feet, take the entrance to the left on I-26 East.
So never forget mile marker 136 here at Interstate 26, St. Matthews, South Carolina. What a waste, because Food King wouldn't let a driver park on their property.
Continue on this road for 32 miles.
Well, we're in Georgia, Richmond Hill, Georgia. Making good time, doing 66 miles an hour. And she's doing a regen right now. We'll be at our truck stop location at 5:40 tonight. So I hope you guys are comfortable as we continue on our trip to Florida. Brunswick, Georgia. Is our location.
Turn right. Construction ahead.
And we drove 528 miles. We just have to find a place to park. And it looks like we found one. You know, I get a lot of requests. People want to see the inside of truck stops, where drivers hang out and stuff. Really, these days, there's not a big hangout area. There's like a little theater some truck stops have where there's seats and you can watch TV. But that's it. Most guys these days stay in their trucks. And they watch TV in their trucks or a movie in their truck, similar to what I've showed you guys in the past. But I will continue to show more truck stops, you know, that do have that kind of something for that you can do. I know what you're asking about, you know, like pool tables and guys sitting around drinking beers and all that stuff. It's not like that. But we're here in Brunswick, Georgia for the night. TA is really trying to do it right. Nice and spacious TV room in here. At least I think they are. This is a perfect place you can come just to relax. That's not your truck. You know, they spent a lot of money remodeling this TA, actually building it from the ground up, but nobody's using these facilities that they put in. It is early in the day and maybe on the weekends they do, but I don't ever see a lot of people enjoying them. So you guys, if you want things nice, you got to use them. Remember that. There's always people in line for Subway, including this one.
$3.37. 1, 2, 3, and 37.
Thank you very much. Subway has, I think, the best salad on the interstate. They're a little bit high, $7 or $8, depending on where you are and the taxes in the state that you're in. But to me, it's worth it at the end of the day to have a good salad. So that's pretty much what I have every night, is a Subway salad, not a Subway sandwich. Good night. Well, the New Loves is open here right near Orlando on 27. So I stopped to get my tires done. You can go to, get your tires, tire pressure checked, etc. And it's not operational yet, so don't come here for that. But it looks like a nice Love's. Has plenty of parking and lots of room, and it's definitely a needed truck stop here in the Orlando, Tampa area. It's if you get off at 27 off at the 4, it's a little bit off the freeway. It's not your typical Love's that's right on the interstate. I guess they couldn't get any of that property. But it's, as you can see, it's nice and spacious. Giving you a little tour here. I hope all the locals don't park here, because that'll really hurt us if it does. Definitely a good thing to have another truck stop here in our Orlando area. I'd say it has as many parking spaces as that little one up the street. We're disconnecting here. And we finished our, well, it was an 1,100 mile trip here, all the way from Ohio to here to Florida. So if you enjoy the things that you see here, the travels that we make, sure, comment and like it, but what really helps is if you share it with your friends on websites, but also through word of mouth, because what we're looking for is people that are like-minded to us. Oh my gosh, look at that guy. Where's the cops when you need them? That was a real red light runner. So, thanks for riding along with me. I'm Indiana Jack, and I'm sure that you've seen, like this trip and many others, trucking really is an adventure. We've had a lot of adventures and different things that we've seen through this little series. So make sure you tell your friends to come on over and watch a couple of these films, and they'll be educated as to what a truck driver does out here on the highways and byways. I'm Indiana Jack.